Hey everybody, welcome back to Koali Beach, episode number 7. Today I'm here with just the DeLadysigner because unfortunately Keralis isn't home right now, so he can't be here to record with us, but the DeLadysigner is here anyway.
Yay!
So that's awesome.
I'm
How are you
always
doing?
here. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I am fine too, thank you. And today we are finally working on the very long-awaited weenie of the park, which is...
Is it really weenie time?
Yes, it's the weenie, it's the moment supreme, it's the big thing, which is going to be built right here, which we've all been waiting for so far. I know there have been some comments in the last video which were slightly worried about Keralis building through my weenie, because he was kind of building the log flume on the spot where I was planning to build my weenie. But it's more or less fine. I can definitely assure you that we had plenty of talk before we went into that episode to plan it all ahead, and basically I want to integrate this weenie quite a bit with the log flume, because the big weenie of the park is going to be this big volcano, a bit like the volcano in Volcano Bay, which is a planned theme park in Universal, or what? I'm saying in Universal, but it's a Universal theme park, which is being built right now. And it's also a bit like Disney Sea Tokyo, which is an amazing park in Japan, which I totally still want to go to someday, but I'm not sure if I ever can. Yeah, it would be so great. But basically those are the two big inspirations, and we actually just talked about weenies quite a lot just now, because they've been a super big word recently, haven't they?
They are indeed. I had my first episode of my new park. Let's build a weenie, and it was so funny. Like everyone was like, "Yeah, you got that from Subred," and I was like, "Yeah, but it's not really that he came up with the name or anything like that." But it's really funny that, like me, I now know about a weenie, and I never heard about it before. Thanks to you.
You're welcome, I guess. Actually, yeah, I kind of took the term from Disney. I don't know why everybody's thinking that it's from me. I guess I at least spread the term to the Planet Coaster community, but it's always been it's always been like theme park jargon kind of thing, which we have to thank Disney for, I guess. And I'm not sure exactly what history of this is accurate, because I've had many talks with people about this, and I've heard many kinds of different stories. But the one that I find most, and that I also find on the internet, is that he had a dog that was coincidentally named Lady, apparently.
Lady.
Not even kidding. And
there's the connection.
Exactly. It's been a plan all along. But basically, he would use weenies, like the little sausages, and he would notice that whenever he would carry a weenie around, like Lady would follow him. So basically, it sounds super weird. I am very well aware of this. I'm trying to keep my straight face here. But basically, the connection was that a weenie is what attracted the dog. And in a similar kind of sense, he would plan out the weenies in his park as like major parts of attraction inside a park. I've also heard a story that he would explain to his employees by using these sausages where weenies in the park would be. I'm not sure if this is correct, but it's a kind of similar idea. Basically, a weenie is something that you place in the park as a kind of wayfinding concept that draws visitors towards a certain thing, because the basic concept that underlies it all is basically, if you see your destination, you're not going to get lost finding it, because you can just see it anyway. So, I mean, that's a pretty simple thing and a pretty good way to
It sounds very interesting. It's really cool how you made it up, and it really makes sense.
Yeah, actually, I just think it's the best thing that he came up with this weird little word, which is now official jargon of the theme park field, if you would say so. And there are like academic articles, actual scientific research on this, on wayfinding theories, that have to use the word weenie because that's the accepted term for it. It's ridiculous. But that's basically what we're making it.
I'm just thinking out loud right now, because I'm like thinking like everyone that is playing Planet Coaster knows your videos and knows about weenies. Can you imagine them walking around in a theme park? Look at that! That is the weenie! Like, people don't even know what they're talking about. So funny. Okay, but never mind. It's off topic.
It
Oh no,
would
it's
be,
not.
yeah,
but-
definitely. I see weenies everywhere if I'm in the theme park. But, you know, then again, I think many people can relate to this. Like, if you're somebody who's just got into theme parks once you started playing Planet Coaster, you start looking at theme parks in a completely different way, I think.
True. But to be honest, the only theme park I know having a weenie is Disneyland, because the Dutch theme parks don't have it. So it's
And
really something from Disney.
yeah, it's definitely a Disney term, but I would say the idea in wayfinding theory that you have to make some large areas stand out to draw people towards certain areas is definitely something you find elsewhere. So, for instance, the Efteling is building Symbolica right now, which is a castle right in the middle of the park. You know about this one, right? Yeah, you do know.
Oh, but I didn't know that it is in the middle of the park. But is
Oh.
it that big that people can see it as a weenie and see it from, like, everywhere around it?
Well, it's not that huge. It's not an enormous building, but it's in the middle of the park, and you can definitely see it from a lot of angles, which I'm kind of not too happy with because I think it's actually an ugly piece of shit from the outside. But you know, who am I to say this? Okay, no, really. Especially from the backside, I'm a bit
Is it
disappointed.
really that bad? I didn't think it is.
No, it's a good building. I
bad.
just think for the Efteling, it's quite disappointing. But I'm waiting with my judgment until it's finished, because who knows if they're still gonna add some detailing to it. I'm just not a big fan of it right now, but it definitely is kind of a weenie, because it's something that you can see from many areas, and it's right up at the end of the entrance path. You know, right when you enter the Efteling, there's the wide entrance path. It's right at the end of that. And you can see it from a lot of parts of the Efteling. So basically, if you want to get to that middle point where all the paths come from, you just have to look for Symbolica in the distance, and you can find it and go there. So I definitely
That's pretty
think
cool.
Symbolica is a weenie as well. And the same goes for many other kinds of things. We've got Baron 1898 in the park, which is this large dive coaster with an awesome looking lift hill. That's definitely a weenie. You can see that thing from the entire park.
True. Well, I don't know if it's from the entire park, but
Well, yeah, true.
it's
exaggerating.
cool.
Yeah, it's basically like
very cool.
you can definitely make like sub weenies and regular weenies. So maybe, you know, the volcano in this case is, for instance, the real big weenie of the park, in a sense that Cinderella's castle is the weenie of Disneyland, and in the sense that the volcano is the weenie of Disney Sea, and in the sense that Spaceship Earth is the weenie of Epcot. Basically, these huge things you've got in the middle of the park that you see from almost the entire park. And then you've got the little sub-weenies, which can be anything. I think the entrance is already in itself kind of a sub-weenie, because it does kind of stick from everything else. It really draws you into the park. Or the station of the wooden coaster is kind of a weenie as well, because it's visible from a lot of places and draws you into this area with the wooden coaster. I know I'm sounding ridiculously passionate about this subject at this point.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, because I was thinking, like, before we started to record, you were saying, let's talk about weenies. No, we better not do that. And now we are talking about weenies for like 5 to 10 minutes already.
Yep, this is what I figured
funny.
was going to go wrong. Yeah, we're already well over 5 minutes into the other part of the time lapse, which is just the paths. But we were talking about that earlier, and we were just like, I'm not sure if we should talk about paths, because it's, you know, it's paths. What is there to say? You walk on them, and we need them for people to go places.
Absolutely. So it's not really interesting to talk about paths. But you can talk about your weenies if you want to.
I think I've covered most of the weenie theory for today, and maybe I'll conclude it with I don't know, I'm thinking about making a video essay on it some other day, but we'll see. You know, I'll get tired of the topic at some point in time. But yeah, basically at this point I'm just doing the general foliage and the pathworks and all of the detailing around this area, because that's something that we kind of still haven't done yet. Everything so far has just been, you know, a little bit disconnected. We have the entrance and the restaurant, which do go really well together. You know, so that's, I guess, one fitting thing, but everything else has sort of been very separate, so it's already...
Yeah, but what Keralis made like my Django restaurant and his
True.
Lock Flume ride is so awesome fitting together already.
Yeah, it's perfect. And he stole your roofs as well.
Yeah, he did. Bad Keralis.
At least it looks good, I
No,
guess.
it is okay because I stole your roofs as well for my restaurant at the entrance. So, and we told each other like, if you want to use something from the other, just do it.
Yeah,
Because,
exactly.
We wanted to fit together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything together. So yeah, he stole my roof, but it's okay. And someone commented on one of my videos, like he did that watch out right on the at the lock flumes, like above it. You have some benches and you can walk down.
Yeah.
You can look down. And someone commented like it would be so awesome if you would have like something like a passport stand, which we had in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, or something with a ticket booth, or some how you call that, the stamps, like something little to attract the people going up there. That will be so cool, but we don't have that right now, do we?
That's true. You mean the little plateau with the roof over it, where you can watch over the log flume?
Yeah, exactly. But I don't expect anyone to go there right now. That would be very awesome if they would add something like a small detail that people would go there.
Yeah, one of the things which I love about this area is like how intertwined everything is. So like the paths and the ride and everything is going over each other, and it's all very interconnected.
Yeah, it's very cool.
It does make it kind of a shame that nobody's probably gonna go there.
Yes, exactly. So I think someone already mentioned it on the forum. So let's just keep our fingers crossed that they will add something like that in time before we finish the park, so we can add it up. That will be so cool, I guess.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's just the little details, but yeah, we need it. Planet Coaster, we need it.
Oh, there's definitely more stuff that we need, I guess. But then again, I have no idea what other updates we're gonna get.
Same. I'm sure we will get other updates and expansion packs, but who knows what it will be.
Maybe, except for Planet Safari, I guess, because that's the one thing that they're probably gonna do anyway. Those cheeky...
Planet Safari. But I think before that, we will have other updates as well. I'm sure of that.
What kind of scenery objects would you most like to see in the game, actually?
A scenery?
Yeah, like very specific single objects.
I already asked them for like the thatched roof, the corners, and like the, I don't know how to call them. You remember when you had like a downloadable set for Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, when you had, I think it was the Main Street set. You had more sets of that. And you had like these small props or whatever you call them with open doors. It's just something very little, but I really think that if you have an archer and you place a shop inside of a building with those open doors, I would love that. Like it really finish up your restaurant or anything like that. But we don't have that right now. You only have closed doors that you can put onto a wall.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I exactly know what you mean. I have the same kind of feeling about windows, because all of the windows that we have right now are like closed. You slap them onto a building, but they're not transparent, and it would also be cool to have like in-wall windows that you can see through.
Yeah, that will be awesome as well. I just trust them to do what is right for the game, but we need to realize that it is a lot of work. Like small things we ask can be like hours of work for them, I guess.
Definitely, and even if it's not a lot of work, time is money as well, and there's always a cost versus benefit kind of idea behind everything they put into the game. So that's definitely true. You've got a good point there. The one thing that I'm really wanting to see in the game, and I know that other people have talked about this as well, and this is why I'm kind of scared of posting it on the forums, but now that you say that, maybe I should. Do it. It's like one piece. It's transparent glass, because we know that they have transparent glass because they have it in some of the lanterns. True. But it would be so
not
amazing.
Only in the lanterns, you also have something.
Oh, the small roof piece.
It's what was with blue.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think you mean the small like round roof piece.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that one has a beautiful glass texture, but we can't actually use it. And it would be amazing to just have like flat glass that we can put anywhere and make our own windows out of, or even like modern buildings, that kind of stuff.
Only if it's only like a quarter piece and a half wall piece and a big wall piece, like I think we can manage a lot with that. Like making your own borders and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So, another point for the forums, I guess. Do it yourself.
Yeah, maybe I should try it. Speaking of half walls, by the way, the one thing that I also see a lot of people talking about are like half wall pieces, not in terms of height, but in terms of width. So a wall that's just the width of a quarter grid
You
tile.
always need to
just to kind of puzzle with the pieces to get like those very small walls in. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. It sucks. But we can do it. It is manageable, but it will be easier if they just put in some half walls, I guess.
Yeah, honestly, if I'm very honest, I actually am somewhat confident we'll see that in the future. But I don't want to make any things about this because, you know, I'm not the official person to talk about Planet Coaster whatsoever, and I don't have any information on this. And I don't want to be shitting on the game's parade in any way. It's just, you know, like I like to say, there's so many great things about this game, and it's pretty much everything I've ever wanted in so many ways that the small things that still nag me about it are sticking out so much. And, you know, it's those small little extra objects and stuff which I would love to see added in the game, and which I definitely hope they will add in the future, because, you know, it's just the start. The original Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 didn't really have that much compared to the version with the expansion packs in the end either. So, you know, we'll see.
True. Yeah, I would love to have that as well.
So
who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, they are planning to support this game for a very long term. So this is
the intention. Like Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 was like a 10-year hype. So this will be a 20-year hype.
Don't tell the members of the community that, because if I log on to the Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 community site right now, they are still active making stuff.
So it's still hyped then.
Oh, I wouldn't say
that's
it's hyped.
A very cool thing.
There's not that many people playing it, but I definitely think that it aged better than most people think, because most of the videos that you see out there of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 are just like old ones of the standard game, but with all of the custom content and all of the things that people have been making over the years, I still think that Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 looks fantastic for the year that it comes, for the year that it came out, and really even it's almost better than Planet Coaster in some ways if you look at some of the things that people have made. And I'm not bringing down Planet Coaster in any way, because you know, there's 12 years of custom content in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. That's
true.
It's such an amazing point for where Frontier is coming from, of course.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely.
So yeah, I guess the thing is just Planet Coaster is just right at the start right now. Even if it just came out, there is a lot more to be expected from the game.
Oh, and I can't wait, to be honest.
Yup, same.
So, how long is your video?
Well, I still have a little bit of time. At this point, I am still working on the very final things on the pathwork and just adding some small buildings around the side, some trees and everything. This was actually heavily inspired by Busch Gardens Tampa in real life, and I know you have no idea what this is like.
No.
But it definitely... Okay, so that was not intended to be a subtle diss in any way. But basically,
I was just joking with you.
Yeah, I know. Some people will understand what I'm on about. Hopefully, maybe we'll see.
Hopefully.
But basically, it's very jungly, and it's like paths that go everywhere with lots of flowers. You know, I love flowers and shrubbery and trees and stuff like that. So you know, it's just a small path area with lots of small details, so that we can finally close the chapter of the area around here. And you can go on in the next episode about something. And we haven't really set our plans exactly yet, right?
No, we don't.
But there was...
And
yeah, there was kind of the general plan of the pond or something.
Oh, you said like it would be nice to have like a small pond at the end of the weenie. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. I need to see the park first in front of my eyes. I didn't got your save file yet, but while we are talking. While people are looking at this video, I will probably, but until I have it, I'm not quite sure what to do.
So you really have no ideas yet?
No, but I never have. How long do you know me now, so?
Well, I know.
I never
but
have an
at least
idea.
you must have some idea. I know you just kind of wing it, but is there nothing that you feel you really want to do? Like you imagine you want to see?
I am gonna fix my jungle restaurant first.
Right.
Because Keralis screwed it up. That's the first thing, and I don't know if I'm gonna record it.
Good job.
I'm learning. And I have no idea. No. But I never have a plan, so it's nothing new for the people that know me.
I know you don't ever have a plan or an idea, but isn't there something in your body that's saying, man, I would love to see a pirate ship in here, or man, I would love to see this other ride in here, like, or whatever?
Yeah, I would, no, not really for this part, but I would love to make a rapid ride, but...
That's a good point.
I have something in mind for a rapid ride, but not intentionally for Koali Beach, but maybe not. I don't know. I really have no plan.
So you're gonna build a rapid ride in in your western park?
Maybe? Or maybe Koali Beach. I don't know.
Oh, you're seriously doubting? Okay.
Yes, I am, seriously.
Oh, wow.
Because they would fit both themes, like... Well,
that is definitely true.
Yeah. Maybe I do it both. That could be a thing too.
Whatever you feel like. Honestly, I'm just giving you this park file with my half-finished mess of parts, just because I'm leaving others to fix my shit, basically. And
maybe I delete your weenie.
Maybe. That's okay. Don't worry about it too much.
No, I wouldn't dare to do that.
It's just a weenie. It's nothing. It is but a weenie.
Still, the weenies rock.
Literally.
People like weenies, yeah.
Yeah, it was a blast. Sorry. It was a blast to record this episode. But I think it's about time to leave you guys.
I guess it is.
So this is it, guys. It's no problem though, because next time we'll be back at the DeLadysigner's channel, and
with Keralis.
With Keralis, hopefully, if he's all well and home and not sick again.
Well, he's not sick, but he's just not home. I don't remember where he was going, but I know he told us like 2 or 3 weeks ago, guys, the week of 18th of January, I'm not be able to record.
And he was like, I'm going to someplace, and it's very important. You must remember what it was. And now, like,
did he? He didn't, right?
But it's. I know. I hope he didn't. I can't remember anyway. But it's like he's sick every other week, and he's also going somewhere every other week. He's a busy man.
Poor guy. Yeah, true.
So
we will see him in the next video on my channel, I guess.
Yeah, he'll be there.
He'll be fine. Yeah. So thank you for having me today.
It's no problem.
So.
Thank you for being here and being an awesome guest.
You're welcome.
Having to be so quiet during my passionate talks about weenies. I'm so sorry about that.
Of course, I'm patiently waiting till you finish your talk about your weenies. And
yeah, thank you, the viewer, of course. Thank you for watching this video again. And always feel free to leave some feedback about what we should do. Don't worry about too much whether we're ruining each other's plans, though, because we're just coming up with this stuff along the way. I'm not mad at Keralis for building the log flume there. That was actually the plan all the way through. So leave your feedback.
And I'm not mad that he moved my restaurant, because we talked about it. Like, yeah, it could be that my restaurant will be moved. And I was like, yeah, sure. Do whatever you have to.
So that'll be fine. But if you have any ideas on the park, or stuff that you like, or stuff that you would like us to talk about, you can always feel free to leave that in the comment section. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye.